11 Alive News at 5 p.m. starts now.
We believe the shooter that was in downtown may be outside of our building. We saw a guy in a gray hoodie that looks very similar to the pictures walking around the exterior of our building.
911 calls just into our newsroom of a witness helping law enforcement track down the suspected gunman wanted for a deadly mass shooting in Midtown. Good evening and thanks for being with us. I'm Jennifer Bellamy.
And I'm Faith Jesse, and the manhunt for that suspect finally coming to an end in Cobb County after nearly 8 hours. And tonight, Palacero is speaking for the first time with friends and co-workers of Amy St. Pierre. She was the woman killed in the shooting. Within the last 90 minutes, she got this statement from Amy's family saying, "Our beloved Amy was brilliant, kind, big-hearted, and simply the best of the best. Loving wife and mother of two, middle sister to two brothers, and cherished daughter. She was truly our pride and joy."
We have team coverage this evening from every angle, but we begin with our Palacero Live at Grady Hospital, where the 4 shooting survivors are being treated as we speak. Paula, what's the latest on how these women are doing tonight?
Well, Grady Hospital just gave us an update. They say 3 of the women are in the ICU. 1 is currently in surgery. That 4th survivor is in stable condition. And while they recover, colleagues of Amy St. Pierre tell me that this city and the medical field have simply lost a pioneer and someone who cared deeply, so deeply, of this community. A simple social media search will show you Amy St. Pierre loved being involved. From her work at nonprofit New American Pathways, the Preeclampsia Foundation, and the immigration organization El Refugio, to her important research on maternal mortality in the United States. The CDC's maternal mortality prevention team says Amy helped establish the group and was the first person hired when the program began in 2016. Through that work, she first met Dr. Michael Kramer 10 years ago.
Amy and others on the team put on this huge national meeting just a couple of weeks ago here in Atlanta. She was so excited, as were others on the team, to just be in person again. What a terrible loss. Personally, for her friends and colleagues on the team, and for those of us on the outskirts. But that team has a lot of momentum right now because of her, I think.
But Dr. Kramer explains Amy was most proud of her 2 young kids. He says she would bike with her kids to school, rain or shine.
She was passionate about her kids. She would talk about them and share pictures. And
Amy was one of 5 women shot in Wednesday's shooting at Northside Medical Midtown. The 4 survivors are 25, 39, 56, and 71 years old. Dr. Robert Jansen with Grady Hospital says he's been able to speak with 2 of them.
They have been traumatized. They are very grateful for the support and care they've received. They realize that this is a horrific event, and the fact that they were in a healthcare facility just makes it worse.
Tonight, the community is feeling heavy-hearted as some family members pray for a speedy recovery, while those who knew Amy are forced to say goodbye.
it's shocking. You don't expect, these things happen so frequently now, and we get somewhat numb to them. You don't expect to know somebody, but I mean, they happen so often. How could we not?
And guys, it was just so easy to see how much she loved her community. She was so involved. Those organizations have sent us statements about the impact that Amy made on her community. We've got that right now on 11alive.com. Guys.
Paula, thank you so much for reporting on that. A heavy story to report on tonight. And tonight, witnesses are helping us learn more details of what led up to the shooting inside of the Northside Medical Building in Midtown yesterday. 11 Alive's Bobeth Gates, well, she was speaking to people for hours yesterday, and today she spoke with hospital personnel and parents who described their experience. Bobeth, what did people have to say to you today?
Well, Faith, naturally the reactions were mixed, but all day we saw a steady flow of people going in and out of that garage, coming to pick their cars up after being forced to leave their vehicle there overnight. And those who spoke to us say they are shocked that something like this will come so close to them.
I never imagined, I'll be in like active shooter situation ever, but this is something happened to me.
Ranjit Singh was among those at the Northside Medical Midtown location when Atlanta police says 24-year-old Deion Patterson opened fire on the 11th floor.
The doctor came and he said, we have some security situation going on, and still we were not sure. And then, when I came out, out of the room, doctor office room, and tried to talk to the doctor, and that's when I came to know there's an active shooter situation going on. And I looked through my window, cop everywhere.
Singh came to Northside for his wife's doctor's appointment. And while they were not on the floor with the shooter, he says they were very scared. And he's not alone. Dr. Timothy Simon was performing surgery at the time of the shooting.
I didn't know the full extent of what was going on. I knew probably maybe about 5 or 10 minutes into the surgery that there was an incident going on below us. I knew that maybe somebody was shooting, but I'm just a surgeon. So, I was just thinking, well, we better get finished with this surgery because somebody may have to come up.
And while Dr. Simon says he was calm enough to complete the surgery, he adds some are clearly traumatized.
There was at least 1 or 2 of our staff that maybe heard some of the commotion more vividly than I did. And they, did need to take a day off to decompress today.
Simon adds he's praying for those impacted. As for Singh, he says he's just happy things were not worse.
I'm lucky to be alive.
Now, in a statement, Northside Hospital said they are grieving, and I'm reading it, so I'm going to look down. It says they deeply love and support the employees and patients who were directly involved or impacted anyway, and they are calling for tomorrow, May 5th, to be a day of reflection. Live in Midtown, Bobeth Yates, 11 Alive News.
A reflection I'm sure will not just happen here in Atlanta, but across the entire country. Bobeth, thank you so much. And you just heard from witnesses paint that picture of what was going on in Midtown. We're also learning more about that manhunt that followed. In the past few hours, Atlanta's police chief provided the latest update, and Tracy A. McPeer talked with Chief Deion Shearbaum. She joins us from APD headquarters. Tracy, is he sharing any new details with us tonight?
He is, and I just sat down with Chief Shearbaum just a few hours ago. And while Atlanta police can't share any details that could compromise the case, they did confirm that Patterson was running late yesterday to an appointment at the medical office where the shooting took place. And they also tell me that Patterson is not cooperating with Atlanta police investigators.
Yesterday, at this very moment, was a time of uncertainty and fear in our city.
Atlanta Police Chief Deion Shearbaum says less than 24 hours after Deion Patterson was arrested for shooting 5 women, killing 1 in this Midtown medical office, this is still a very active investigation.
The citizens of the city want answers. America wants answers. And so our officers, our investigators are working to get the accurate picture of what would motivate someone to do what they did yesterday.
Shearbaum says the metro Atlanta area is lucky more people weren't shot and killed. He believes the situation could have been significantly worse, but he credits multiple law enforcement all working together to make an arrest.
You saw a lot of different patches on the scene, but you saw one focus, one mission of everyone that took the same oath, which was to stop a dangerous individual.
While Peachtree Street running in front of the Northside Medical Facility appears normal, one day later, you'll see more police there and throughout the city.
You'll see officers on patrol today. You'll see officers in vehicles, on foot, on bicycles that are throughout the city just reassuring citizens.
Shearbaum says besides police, the 911 operators, dispatch, firefighters, and EMS are the unsung heroes of the day, and all were crucial to capture Patterson.
Is Atlanta safe today?
Atlanta is certainly safe today.
Now, Chief Shearbaum tells me that right now, everyone from 911 operators to investigators is being asked to make notes of what worked well yesterday and what could have been done better. They'll turn all of that in for a debrief that will happen next week. Now, coming up at 6, I'll tell you the 3 things that the Atlanta Police Chief says you need to know to help you survive if you're ever in an active shooter situation.
All right, Tracy, thank you so much. Now, we know Deion Patterson was taken into custody after an hours-long manhunt. We followed it with you on air all day long, and tonight we are walking you through the timeline leading up to his capture. Police say Patterson fired shots inside Northside Medical Midtown just after noon. 5 people were shot inside a waiting room on the 11th floor, and 39-year-old Amy St. Pierre did not survive. They say he took off shortly after and went to a gas station near 14th Street in Williams, where he stole a pickup truck that was unattended and still running. At 12:30, he was spotted on a traffic camera near Windy Ridge Parkway and Heritage Court, not far from Truist Park. The pickup truck police say Patterson stole from the gas station in Midtown was located in a parking deck near the Battery and Truist Park. Around around 2:30, Cobb County Police received a tip that he may still be in the area. Then, after hours of searching, Patterson was taken into custody just before 8 p.m. on Killarney Drive in the Waterford Place condos. This story is still developing by the minute. We are staying on top of all of these angles for you. You can find our full coverage right now on the homepage of 11alive.com. Our team coverage continues throughout the evening.